What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and welcome back to Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door on the Nintendo Switch 100% walkthrough Part 3. Previously, we got ourselves 16 titles, 14 badges, 13 star pieces, 6 troubles complete, 3 shine sprites, and 0 recipes. And in today's episode, we're gonna do more things that are on screen, and I don't know what they are yet because I haven't finished recording the episode because we just started. Previously, we took down Hooktail the Evil Dragon, and now Mario got an email on his Game Boy Advance SP. Anyways, the email is from Peach saying that she's being held in the strangest place. She doesn't know where she is, but she's kind of okay, and they're after the map that she sent, and they're after the crystal stars, and they don't know what they're planning or anything else, so she added absolutely nothing to the plot. And our first step is we're gonna head back to Rogueport and try to avoid getting hit by this Goomba. Thank you very much. Soon as you got the ability to turn flat in paper at the end of chapter 1, we should have gone inside of this warp pipe down here, which is, on our way to and from Rogueport, and that puts us in the backdrop, and then we can enter this house back here. Merly is a different wizard who's going to be giving us good fortune that we pay for. And whatever you can afford, go for it. I would say just go for the normal path right now. And this could either make it so in the middle of combat you randomly do more damage, or you take less damage, or at the end of battle you get more coins, or the best one, at the end of battle you get double experience. And I just wanted to show you that I have gotten it to trigger on a boss match. The effect doubled the amount of experience you received, and boom, 60 star points. That's the reason you pay her for these enchantments. You definitely want to pay her for them. And now that we have the ability to turn into paper, we can just do that and now enter the Thousand Year Door area faster. I love how this game makes it so that every time that you come back to the sewers, you get incrementally better at navigating it in examples just like that. We're once again going to use plane mode to head over to the Thousand Year Door. And before we actually head to it, we want to use paper mode to go up to this spring. And now use paper mode to go across. Use the spring on this side and get this shine sprite. This is our fourth one. From here, we're gonna hop forward, go through the grate, go left, and this is the Pit of 100 Trials. We are going to come back here much later. You can, in theory, do it now if you're really good at the game. I mean, like, exceptionally good. But I just came here for this star piece behind the staircase. Nice. But now, it's time that we go and interact with the Thousand Year Door. It now acknowledges that we have the diamond crystal star. It appears on the door, and now our map is going to show us the location of the next one, which is going to be directly north of our crime-ridden town. That's going to be the Emerald Star, and that's Boggly Woods, our destination. Anyways, let's go and talk to Professor Franklin, and he's going to tell us more about all this information. The next crystal star is going to be in Boggly Woods in a great tree. About those woods, I think some odd creatures live there. If memory serves, there's a pipe beneath town that leads to these woods. By the way, we got an email from Princess Peach. Her Highness said that the guys who kidnapped her were also after the crystal stars, and she doesn't know where she's being held. I guess all we could do is head to Boggly Woods to find the next crystal star. That's absolutely right. And before we do anything else, we have some side questing to do. First of all, next door to Professor Franklin's house, you may have wandered in here already. This is going to be, is your name Merlin? Yeah, Merlin. Merlin the Wizard. Great. This is the guy that we redeemed 3 shine sprites to power up one of our partners with. And it's your option if you want to power up Goombella right now or Koops. For the next upcoming area, I really like powering up Koops. Shazibby. Shazubi. Whenever you decide to power up a partner, you're going to see that on the party screen, their rank goes up by 1, and their HP also increases either 5 or 10 HP at a time. They also get a new move. Koops will give you Shell Shield, which is an ability that you can give to Mario to prevent him from taking 8 points of enemy attacks. Luigi is also on an adventure, a completely separate RPG that has never ever released, where he had to rescue Princess Eclair in the Waffle Kingdom. It's a bad scene, alright. She's been kidnapped by the evil Chestnut King. If you gotta know, I met with some Waffle King cabinet members of the other day. It was pretty intense, bro. Want to hear all about it? It's a long story. If you would like to listen to Luigi's quest in the Waffle Kingdom, you are more than welcome to. I already read it once a long time ago, and it's a long story. But before we leave here, there's actually new things that we can do. First of all, we can slide between this house of the Trouble Center and this mysterious house to the left that's locked. Making our way to the back behind this barrel. Star piece. And here in Rogueport Square, heading toward the front of the screen, you're going to be seeing this gentleman over here. This is Charlieton. Charlieton is going to be appearing on some random routes. He appears at the Pit of 100 Trials, and he also has some exclusive badges. 5 badges that are available right now that are only going to be sold by him, including one called Slow Go, which there is absolutely zero reason for you to have this in the entire game. And then also, since the original, it's now 5 times the price. It used to be 12, it's now 60. Hammerman is one that is almost kind of exclusive because you can only steal it from an enemy very late in the game, and it's super inconvenient to do. An attack FX, a timing tutor that helps you time stylish moves better. I recommend getting that if you see it pop up here. Double pain, which makes you take double damage, and a W emblem that changes your outfit to be Wario's, which is very expensive. If you happen to see right now the timing tutor badge and you could afford it, I'd recommend buying it. Other than that, don't worry about it. Let's head inside of the item shop because now the contact lens has been delivered. And while we're in here, we can actually knock off a few of the early game recipes. Between items that you've deposited with the toads and items that are in your inventory, and between the items that they sell, make sure you have yourself a honey syrup, a fire flower, a mushroom, and the turtley leaf that you got from in front of the mayor's house. Next, we're gonna go left and talk to Zesty, who is blocking the west side of town because we bought his contact lens. He's then gonna head inside of this house and we're gonna follow him. Zesty is the local cook, and anytime that you wanna cook something, all you have to do is just give him the ingredient. There's no fee or anything else. And almost all of the time, it's going to be a better thing. So first, let's go ahead and cook up a mushroom. And it becomes a mushroom fry, which replenishes 6 HP and 2 FP. So instead of it just being 5 health, it's now 6 health and 2 flower power. Whenever you get a basic item, cook it. It's better. Let's go ahead and cook a honey syrup. You're also going to notice in the bottom right of the screen, you have the option to press plus, and then you're going to skip the cutscene. And that's a fresh juice, which is going to not only be the same 5 FP that you're already recovering, but it also cures conditions, like being poisoned or confused or anything else. The turtley leaf that replenishes 3 FP, let's go ahead and cook that up. And that's gonna be a Koopa tea, which replenishes 7 FP, more than double. And lastly is gonna be the fire flower. And that's gonna be for the spicy soup, which replenishes 4 HP and 4 FP. We can only cook dishes that have 1 ingredient for right now, so that's it. Let's head on out of here. But now we have access to the entire west side of town. And there's a bunch of different items that we're going to be getting, including a bunch of very easy star pieces. As soon as we start off, if we just walk toward this short wall right here, there's a star piece. Head over to the left, you're going to see this tall pipe. Hop over to the left, and all the way on the left side of the screen, you're going to be finding a trash can. Let's go behind that. Here's a new shop that you have access to, which has a variety of different items, including a super mushroom for 10 HP. By the way, never ever buy that. It's a ripoff. The Volt Shroom, never ever buy that. The Life Shroom for 50 coins, but it brings you back to life, which is pretty neat. And then there's also the Dried Mushroom, which if you were really desperate for money, which I don't think you should be, you can deposit all of your items, buy 15 dried mushrooms for 30 coins, sell them for 15 coins, and in the process get 15 points for a free mushroom. Do that again, and now you're up to 30 points, you get the Ice Storm and the Super Mushroom, continue so on and so forth, and you can eventually get the 3 gold bars. And I think you profit like 50 coins from that entire process of buying and selling 300 different dried mushrooms. Anyways, let's use paper mode and go inside of this crate. We have a brand new enemy down there. We're gonna head back to them in just a little bit, but first we're gonna go directly right over those platforms into this entranceway. By the way, in case you didn't make it, or if you took too long and then you weren't able to jump up, you could go inside of this pipe, which then brings you back out to the surface, to Rogueport West, and then you could go ahead and enter paper mode through the grate once again. Hop right, quickly hop right, quickly hop right, go through the archway. First of all, behind this pillar, we have a star piece. If you head toward the front of the screen, you're gonna be finding this chest over here with the soft stomp badge. If we head over to the right where the fallen pillars are, you're gonna be seeing a star piece among them. There it is. In this underground city on this right side is gonna be someone who's gonna be selling some of the rarest and most expensive items in the game, including gold bars, ultra mushrooms, jam and jellies. This house on the left has a guy who's going to tell you secrets of the game, but he charges you every time that he does it, and I'm just going to tell you the secrets instead. Being all set with all the things out there, let's go ahead back to the room where these enemies were on the ground. Hop down here, and there's going to be a star piece. And let's also enter combat against this enemy. The Spania? Goombella, tell me all about the Spania. The Spania? I'm gonna go with Spania. I don't care. 3 HP, 1 attack. But it had spikes on its head, so you can't jump on it, obviously. Let's go ahead and enter this lower pipe right here. Down here, we're going to squeeze through this gate and get this out. We got hit by the enemy. But Koops is gonna make short work of the entire battle by just doing that. GG. Let's go ahead and get this item, which is a slow mushroom. Let's gonna go all the way back up top, and now we're gonna squeeze through here. We're gonna squeeze through here. Collect this item, which is a gradual syrup. Squeeze back, and now we're gonna enter this door on the right. And welcome to one of the newest and best improvements to Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door Switch over Paper Mario Thousand Year Door GameCube. Your map is gonna start glowing, and when you enter this room, you're gonna get warp pipes between all of the different areas of the entire game. Including the first one that we've unlocked, which is going to be Petalburg. And if we come over here and hit this, that's gonna drop down a pipe that's going to bring us to Rogueport Square. We also have a door over here on the right that we can't use yet, but anytime that we need to head back to Petalburg nice and quick, we can just come down here and we are good. Let's go ahead and head up the warp pipe. Let's head inside of Zest's house and go ahead and cook up that one new item that we got, being the slow mushroom. And that's a mushroom roast for 15 HP and 5 FP. We can also go ahead and unlock another item. So I'm gonna take my mushroom fry, which is an already cooked dish, hand it over to him. And unfortunately, it didn't come out quite right. And this is the mistake. Anything that doesn't make anything makes a mistake. And with that, we now have 6 of the 58 recipes. I'm now personally gonna clear out a little bit of my inventory because I don't need a bunch of this stuff. Like, I'm never actually gonna use this mistake that's gonna recover only 1 HP and 1 FP. In the lovely house of badges, there's now going to be 3 new badges that are going to be available, including this. The Close Call badge, also the Close Call P, and the Sleepy Stomp. Miraculously, after we saw that mouse in Hooktail's castle stealing different badges, this house ran by mouses. The X-Files theme got copyright claimed, so... Just happens to have new badges for sale. You're not required to go ahead and buy any of these quite yet, and I personally am not going to be buying any of them. If you have an extra 100 coins right now, I have 198. I'm actually going to be heading back out and go talk to Lumpy, and I'm going to go invest another 100 coins with him. Hi, Lumpy. Shut up and take my coins. And before we go ahead and begin chapter 2, there are some more troubles that we can do, including try to find me, listen to me, and help me restock. Try to find me somewhere inside of Hooktail's castle is going to be this person who's going to give us a card to enter Pianta's parlor. Do it and do it right. Let's go ahead and enter the warp pipe in front of Frankly's house, straight to Petal Meadows, and then inside of Hooktail's castle. Since you were just here and it's fresh in your head, we're just gonna go ahead and head straight to the right all the way to the grand staircase room. We're gonna once again take the large green block elevator up and enter the purple door. Head left, jump through the window and back out the other window and into this purple door. Now taking this green elevator up, if we look to the left, we're gonna be seeing a Koopa over there. Hey there, guy. So, you found me, curses. I thought no one would ever see me. I'm a master, you see. I love sneaking and hiding so much. It was a hobby, but then I kept hiding. I became the hide-and-seek Koopa. Oh, Koops knows him. The same Koops who always was gonna beat me at hide-and-seek, but you never found me, not even once. I can't believe you finally did it. Yeah, I sure did. Suck it. Here's the special card. And there you go. We solved the trouble. We're just gonna backtrack all the way back to Petalburg. Time for trouble number 8. Listen to me. Mayor Kroop. Waiting at the pink house in Petalburg. Take on his trouble? Yes. Let's go ahead and take the fast travel pipe down. And we're going to be heading to Petalburg, which is pipe number 1. Inside of this pink house, let's go ahead, head inside. And this is gonna suck. You just have to hit A lot. Great, thanks for the turtley leaf. And we solved the trouble. Great. Let's head on out of here. And collect a turtley leaf. Now that we solved this, we're actually going to solve the next one right now. All we have to do is head to the left side of town. Come here to the item shop, and we're gonna go ahead and buy 5 courage shells. And now let's head back to Petalburg through the fast travel pipe in the middle of town. Trouble number 9, help me restock by Plenty. Our shop inventory is low, please help me restock. In Rogueport Square, yeah, no problem. Here at the item shop in the middle of town, let's head inside. We're having a really hard time finding courage shells. You can go ahead and buy 5 of these from Petalburg, or if you've been following along, you just bought 5 and you could just hand them right on over. And we get an Ultra Shroom, one of the most expensive items in the entire game. If you just did this during chapter between 1 and 2, go ahead, I'm here to store. And you're going to store that Ultra Mushroom and you're going to not take it out for a very, very long time. And that is all of the side questing that you're going to be able to do between chapter 1 and chapter 2. So now, let's go, head inside of the warp pipe and start up chapter number 2. Before we actually go ahead with that, there's one more thing I want to get. And if you previously got the Heart Finder or Flower Finder, I think it's about time that we go ahead and get the opposite of that. We're going to go ahead and get Item Hog for 5. Which makes it more likely that items are going to appear and more likely that they're going to be dropping from enemies. And now we're going to go ahead and take this warp pipe down toward the 1,000-year door. And we just saw that mysterious creature go into the pipe below us. Let's go ahead and follow it. And here in basement 2, you're going to be seeing that small creature going in between that crack. Let's go ahead and pop through, chase it to the left, and there it is. Eek! Don't eat me. Nah, I'm not here to eat you, dude. Huh? You didn't come to eat me? Nope. You're not bullies? Mario saying, guess again, nerd. No, leave me alone, you big meanies. Coops, Mario, that was uncool. Don't say stuff like that. I thought you were nicer. It's just so weird that Mario's allowed to have like this punk attitude. I guess Rogueport is rubbing off on him in a very bad way. You guys are those X-Nauts? No, what the heck are those? Sound like tissues or something. We're not trying to do anything to you, so relax. Well, okay, the gang of bad guys call themselves X-Nauts, took over the Great Tree where we lived, and now they're causing trouble, so I've come over here to look for help. They did say something about some crystal star thingy, but we punies don't know anything about crystals or stars. Hey, could you help us out, maybe chase them off? And if you want, what is it called, the crystal star, the puny elder might be able to help you, especially if you help reclaim our tree. Okay, great, this is Punio. I'll take you to where I live now, follow me, okay? Hey, little guy, I can't fit through that little hole. Over at the bottom right, there's a button here that opened a secret entrance. Okay, cool. Before we take that secret entrance, let's go ahead and go left. And this is the damage dodge badge, which makes it so that when you dodge and you hit A, the guard action command, you take 1 less damage every single time that you're hit. Just for Mario though. Let's head all the way to the right. And now there's gonna be a warp pipe for us to enter. And welcome to chapter 2. The Great Boggly Tree. This place looks crazy with its translucent floor. The Boggly Woods, huh? Looks mysterious, alright. What'll we run into next? It's 3 purple ladies. Vivian, you understand what we gotta do, yes? Yeah, find the Mario guy, steal the map and the crystal stars. We just do away with the Mario and his friends, can't we? Or is it that bad? Oh, bad things happen all the time, Vivian, but you're right about our goals. My information is correct, Mario should be coming down this road quite soon. What's this now, Vivian? Why are you fawning over there? Oh, you mean this? Isn't it a gorgeous necklace? It was so lovely, I just had to pick it up. Picking up someone else's scraps? Disgusting. Greedy. But enough about that, Vivian, my dear pack rat. Bring out the sketch of Mario, the guy you got from Grotus. What? I don't have that. You said it was way too important, so you took it. Don't be ridiculous, I don't have that thing, you were in charge of it. You wretched little worm blaming me for something you probably screwed up. It's the traditional witch dynamic of, there's one that's always getting picked on, and there's one old one, and there's one big fat dumb one. It's clear to me that the only rationale you understand is force. For your punishment, I'll be taking that necklace you just found, yes, so sorry. But Beldum, oh, you're horrid. Okay. They have their own bucket of problems to deal with. I do not want to get involved. Here's the save box. Oh, and that's an enemy. that rock that we just saw. This is just a regular cleft. This is an enemy that if you failed the quiz back on your way to get the Sun and the Moonstones, you may have already run into this. But if not, we have to go and tattle on it now. Oh, that item hurt a lot. Do I even have anything to deal with this right now? POW block. There we go. That's right. We get the badge, which allows us to deal with that very specific enemy very shortly. And here's a piranha plant. Well, this one is called the Pale Piranha. Goombella, what you got on this? 4 HP, attack of 2. This colorless subspecies is adapted to Boggly Woods. Ah, the wonders of nature. Oh look, a honey syrup. Very nice. Koops, power shell, please. So strong if a move. My super guard skills, how are they gonna work out? Nice. 1 out of 2. But that was enough for a level up. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose BP. Now with this, I'm now going to be able to have the full trifecta of the Heart Finder, Flower Finder, and the Item Hog. These 9 points of BP that you spend is gonna help you go from one battle to the next, the easiest in the entire game. Everything else here, that's just, you know, handy, but these 9 points, they're pretty much dedicated to these things throughout the entire game. And I'm only going to unequip them for boss fights because, well, that's just a single battle. Heading to the right, Punio's like, hey, look, it's my tree. Let's go to the big tree. Of course, it's not just the tree. Lots of jabbies and piters live too. And let's go ahead inside of the great tree. Here's the great tree, which makes for the worst thumbnail ever. First thing, before we head to the great tree, if you look over to the right, you're going to be seeing this little waterfall stream. And right behind that is an FP Plus badge. In the same way that the HP Plus badge gives you 5 HP for 3 BP, this gives you 5 FP for 3 BP. So it just makes BP even more, you know, versatile. Also, there's a door here. This used to not be so here, and they don't know how to get in now. Long ago, the puny elder told me about a secret entrance somewhere around here. We'll get in that way. Problem is, I doubt finding it's going to be that easy. I mean, it won't be labeled secret entrance. Secret entrances don't just fall out of the sky, you know. It's hidden by this invisible thingy. We need to find and remove the thingy. But removing a normal thingy sounds tough enough, let alone an invisible one. Oh, I got it. Flurry. Surely Madame Flurry's powers can help us. Flurry is a refined and dignified lady who lives in these woods. The elder says she's a wind spirit who can wield the powers of air with ease. You see where I'm going with this? She could use the wind power to blow the thingy away. Let's head back in the direction we came from. Okay. Oh, very regal music in the background. Okay, I'm gonna do the voice, but I'm only gonna do it like once or maybe periodically. This place is so different from the bright flashbulbs of the world I'm used to. Such peace, this negative image of the real world soothes my body and soul. But what's even better is that I, Madame Flurry, grow even more lovely here. Plus those squishy, adorable little punies that live in the tree are so nice to me. But I suppose if I stay here too long, I'll begin to crave hustle and bustle before long. Oh my, it's happening even as I speak. Already I feel the need for drama. That moment of exhilaration when the spotlight shines down on the stage, on me. Surely I was born to be an actress for the ages. It's settled then. I shall rise again, but before I make my stage comeback, I must simply whip my body and mind into shape. I just have to put on some makeup and make my beauty even more beautiful. Wait a moment. No, it's gone! Gone, I tell you, my... She's cut off. There you go. That's my very marvelous drag queen voice. Unless you live in Florida, in which case it's just my large, robust opera singer actress voice. Okay, great. Here's an in ticket. Thanks. Oh, and here's Charlieton. Charlieton is going to be appearing on some random routes and places that he's going to be selling items that may come in handy for us whenever we're far away from a store, like right now. We're going to have a pretty hard mini-boss fight coming up, but we're going to have an opportunity to get some things later. We may come across them later, but a Sleepy Sheep and a Fire Flower from him is going to be handy, but again, we're going to have time before this. Anyways, here in this room, there's going to be an enemy in the grass. just try to avoid him for right now because you don't have an easy way to deal with him. There's going to be this tiny little breakaway inside of these bushes, inside of these vines. Head on up here. Oh, and right here is a secret. Nope. Right here. Nope. Right here. Yeah. This is the P down, D up badge, which reduces the damage your partner deals and receives by 1. Some people like that for part of an endgame build. It's not too helpful quite yet, in my opinion. Anyways, we're gonna do the exact same thing again. Head all the way to the left, and there's a switch that's gonna take this platform and rise it all the way up. And to the left is a star piece. Now let's go ahead, enter this warp pipe, and we're gonna use Koops to collect, boop, that shine sprite. Now plane mode, and in this box we find ourselves the Quake Hammer. If you find multi-bounce to be kind of difficult to get the actual timing of jumping on all the enemies absolutely perfectly, Quake Hammer may be a very good option for that. Now we can finally head on down. I'm gonna switch to Goombella because we have some enemies to tattle on, and let's hop on this cloud. Goombella, tattle on it. What you got? HP of 3, attack of 2. However, sometimes it'll charge itself with electricity. When it is charged with electricity, don't touch it because it's electrified, you could hurt yourself. So now he's electrified, I don't have anything to hit him with. So, oh, someone's tossing me a scary face. A fright mask. That can scare enemies away. But I'm actually just gonna go ahead and run from this battle and reinitiate it. Now that I've already tattled on the enemy, I'm not gonna be wasting that attacking turn. Mario can do a multi-bounce. Goombella could do a head bonk, and that's how we beat that battle. You'll also notice that the battle music is different here. And it has more of like a vintagey, twangy violin to it, and I'm kind of a big fan. Now that enemy that we had so much trouble dealing with before, that Clef. Anyways, let's go ahead and use the same plane platform to head all the way to the right, and we're going to zone out of this area. As soon as we start off, there's 3 trees here. This third tree, hit it with your hammer, and you get a star piece. I'm gonna avoid that cloud. Over here is gonna be a recovery block if you wanna go ahead and use that. Loop through here, and next to the fence over here, we have a Volt Mushroom that electrifies you and prevents you from taking physical damage. And right here is going to be the pipe to Flurry's house, and if we come to the left, right there, star piece. Nice. Let's go ahead, enter this house. Excuse me? No reply? Okay, cool. Maybe she isn't here. Eek! No, out of the question, you mustn't come in. Madam Flurry, are you in there? Is that you? Oh, wait a moment, those darling squishy little footsteps, is that you, Punio? Oh, it's been ages since I saw you last. You poor dear, is there something you need? Yeah, I need you to blow an invisible thing because you're the wind god or something. And Mario's gonna help us, but he needs your help so we can enter. However, you're in a little bit of a bind yourself and you cannot come out. Why is that? It's somewhat embarrassing, but I never go out without my favorite necklace. I just can't find the blessed thing. I suspect I dropped it on my daily constitutional, and I'd be simply scandalized if anyone saw me without it, so I shan't be going out. Okay, got it. Find your necklace. Where have we seen a necklace before? Be a dear, find it or bring it back to me. Okay, no problem. So a little I scratch your back and you scratch mine, except in reverse order. It's the 3 purple witches. Beldam, I told you, you blame me for losing the sketch, but you had it. Silence, you twit. Now's not the time to get hung up on stupid details. We must study this sketch. Huh? Wow, this Mario guy looks so manly. Check out that bushy mustache. So handsome. You know something though, my lovelies? I swear I've seen this gentleman before. He's Mr. Mustache. Oh yeah, they identified me before in the background when they were having like their little argument, and Blue Hat Witch was being just a total B-word to the Red Hat Witch. Anyways, TLDR, we are now tasked with backtracking all the way to the beginning of the Boggly Woods. In the paper airplane area, if we just hug the back wall, we could walk past the enemies and not be targeted. Charlieton is over here, and I would highly recommend you go ahead and you buy yourself a Sleepy Sheep, a Fire Flower if you don't have one, and a Honey Syrup if you don't have one. These items are going to be very helpful in our upcoming match. Past these enemies, which if you're wondering why they respawned, Madame Flurry's house is considered a different zone. So because of that, you left the woods, which kind of sucks. Hit that save block. Okay, so for a loadout, I would recommend either the Power Bounce, or if you're not good at hitting the A command on Power Bounce, Power Smash. An HP plus, Pretty Lucky, and Happy Heart. The HP plus you could swap out with an FP plus, but I think right here is going to be a nice even balance of things. The Power Smash is going to be 2 flower points in order to deal 4 damage and an easy command. Heading over to the left are going to be the Shadow Sirens. Shadow Sisters? They were looking for me. Oh, that's them. That's the one who had, wait a minute, what? You've been waiting for Mario? What's that supposed to mean, you weirdo? We walked past you. We have no quarrel with you. I simply can't allow you to hunt for the crystal stars, and so I'll be taking that little map of yours. Oh, what's your deal? How do you know about the map and the crystal stars? Have you been talking to Princess Peach? Or, what am I saying? The real question is, who the heck are you? Those who seek names are often disappointed, but if you insist, we'll tell you. We are the 3 Shadow Sisters. Vivian, you nigga-poop, what are you blabbling about? It's shadows, the 3 shadows. Sisters makes us sound less mysterious and less scary. How many times must I remind you? Alright, sis, I'm sorry. It just makes me really happy when you call me your sister, so... How infuriatingly sappy. Oh, you've got some fierce punishment coming your way. Aw, gee whiz, I hate being punished. Aw, gee whiz. Gee whiz, Rick. The might of the 3 shadows, relation withheld, will be more than enough to win the day. And then they charge at us while Vivian is crying, and I think that's hysterical. It's most unlucky that our sights are set on you. Well, unlucky for you, that is, of course. Marilyn, Vivian, let's show them precisely what we can do. Go. Yes, sis. Okay, right in the middle is Marilyn. Marilyn is the one that you need to defeat first, because she will wreck you. She has 12 HP and an attack of 2. However, she's often either boosting her or getting boosted by her sister, and her lightning damage, and I think it does 5 to both of your characters. So if you can power bounce Marilyn, I would highly recommend it. If you can't, and you're not really good at hitting that command, then go for power smashing Vivian. Okay, I wish I did a lot better than that. Vivian has 10 HP and attack of 1. She has fire attacks that could either hit one of your characters or both of them. She might even be cuter than I am, I guess. Wow, I think I might be jealous. Let's try this again. 3, that was horrible. Oh, and then part of the stage fell on her, so now she's dizzy. That's cool. Oh, she just buffed herself, and now she's at +2. Oh, and she debuffed us, so now our attack went down. Beldum, the Steel and Psychic type, has 9 HP, 1 attack. Her Blizzard has an attack damage of 2. Oh, we got lucky on that one, but that did 4 damage. That was painful. Okay, do you remember the Sleepy Sheep that I told you to buy? Might be a good idea to use that if you need to. Which has a high likelihood of making 2 of them, if not all 3 of them, asleep for 3 turns. I'm gonna go ahead and use Earth Tremor now. This special move, if you nail it, you do 6 damage to all enemies. Hitting the A buttons in a timely manner is a little difficult your first couple of times doing it. You can also hit the A slightly before the trigger actually tells you to, so you do have a little bit of leeway there. And remember that fire flower I told you to buy? Well, Goombella can't do that much damage, but the fire flower can. And now, these enemies are in range for me to take them out in this turn and the next. She got hit on the head by part of the stage, and now she's electrified for 2 turns. That's inconvenient. That lucky badge really coming in handy. We one of you 2 pulled your weight. Both of you prepare for a world-class punishment session when we get home. But the necklace. Leave it. Okay. Bye. going ahead and adjusting my badges for heading back out, multi-bounce, quake hammer, heart finder, flower finder, item hog. So now we're just gonna keep going right, all the way right. You already know exactly where we're going. We're going back to Flurry's house, all the way to the right. Back at Flurry's house, let's go ahead and interact with the door. She just kind of takes it through the door, like dropping off a roll of toilet paper to someone who asked for it. Oh, chandelier goes away, disco ball comes out. And some seductive lounge singer music starts playing while this full-bodied, ghostly opera singer woman comes on out. If we didn't have such like a nice salsa song now, I would have played like Spontaneous Butte from the South Park game. I simply must thank you for your graciousness, but how to do it? Perhaps if I grabbed you and gave you a little sugar? Here I come, handsome. Time to give you a proper thank you. Pucker up. This is now the third female character that has kissed Mario in this game, but the first one that he fainted because of. I do declare the plush mustache of yours has completely swooned me. A man as manly as you must attract all sorts of trouble, and I want to keep you safe. So, I dare say I'll be joining you on this little adventure. I assume that's fine, Mario. Flurry, join your party. Flurry can blow things. Paper things. Mario's paper. And Flurry has officially joined the team. First thing we're gonna do is go into her bedroom with her, because there's a chest in here with the Super Appeal Partner Badge. And now we are all set for this part of the walkthrough. That leaves us with a total of 23 titles, 22 badges, 24 star pieces, almost a quarter of them in the entire game, 9 troubles resolved, 5 shine sprites, and 6 recipes. And in our next episode, we're heading inside of that great tree with Flurry. Thank you so much for being here. If you found this helpful, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out.